She just wanna work and pay her bills. Fuck up on a man who keep it real.
That's right.
She just want a girl to know the deal.
They do.
She just told her boss just how she feel.
Fuck you.
She just hit the club up on a Thursday.
Twerk, twerk,
Told the
twerk.
bartender I ain't feeling thirsty. Took a couple shots just like it's her birthday. Hit the tree up just like it was Earth Day.
What's good, y'all, and welcome back to another amazing episode of We Don't Sip Tea, We Drink Wine. Now, I'm your girl, Miss JLH, and I have another dope-ass review episode for you today. Today, I will be reviewing the 1993 sitcom Living Single. Now, have you seen it? Come on. I know you've seen it. And if you haven't seen it, what you waiting for? This is a black staple in the black community. Like, we love this show. It's one of the faves. It's hands down probably in top 10 of fave sitcoms. Top 10 or 20. I ain't gonna put it in everybody's top 5. Maybe. Who knows? It's definitely in my top 5. You can stream it all 5 seasons on Hulu, and it is amazing. Actually, let me get to the synopsis, shall we? 6 black 20-somethings, 4 women and 2 men share their lives and loves in a Brooklyn brownstone. A trio of women share one of the apartments, receiving frequent visits from a 4th pal. Meanwhile, 2 men who've been friends for years share an apartment 1 floor up. I mean, that's really what it is. You have Kim Coles, John Hinton, Erica Alexander, Kim Fields, Terrence C. Carson, and Queen Latifah, all as main characters on this cast. And when I tell you the cast is just so perfect, they're just so perfect. Down to them picking their parents. The cast is just amazing. Their partners, the guest spots on the show, co-workers that they surround them with. It's just a really perfect casting of characters on this show. A lot of people compare it to Friends. I honestly don't feel like you can compare it to Friends. Friends just wasn't believable to me. It just wasn't believable. Like, Phoebe never had a job. She did have jobs, but they were like odds and ends jobs. And so it's like, how was she really affording to live in New York? Rachel working as a waitress and then randomly landing a job with no real experience in fashion really pissed me off. Like, it really upset me because in what world does that happen? And surprisingly, it did happen a lot because in fashion, it is a lot of who you know, but it just really pisses me off because it just wasn't believable for real. Overton being a handyman, though, believable as hell. Maxine being a lawyer, also believable as hell. Khadijah running her own magazine in New York, believable as fuck because everybody in New York has a fucking hustle and is trying to do their own thing and trying to become something and establish something, especially a lot of black people. I was in that scene, trying to really start my own podcast. And I met a lot of other people who had just started their own businesses, their own ventures, and was just really hustling and making a name for themselves. So it really was dope to watch Living Single again in my 30s. All 5 seasons are definitely good. What I hate most about it is you really are left with a cliffhanger and you're like, damn, well, what happens? Like, so you kind of just make up your own things in your head. Now, what I do love is that anytime that all of these people want to get it together and have a reunion, we could do that. we could do that. Even if they just do like what they did for the Martin reunion, I would love that. You know what I'm saying? If they never want to relive these characters again, I'm fine with that. I would just be fine with a cute little reunion, them all sitting on the couch and talking about it. I love Living Single. I thought it was a great show. The character that I relate to the most, not only Regine and her mama, because Regine and her mama, although they were very close, they also were like, I don't know, they didn't understand each other too much. They always kind of like bumped heads in a sense still. And that kind of reminds me of me and my mom. We're like super close, but also like we can clash, but I think it's because we're so much alike. And that's how their relationship was, and I loved it. And then for them to use her real mama in real life was everything. But the character that I resonated with most, especially now that I'm older, and I love seeing her when I was younger because she was a dark-skinned Black woman on TV as a lead character, and I just thought it was so beautiful. So Maxine Shaw was always my favorite. Just looking at her was like looking at me. And as I got older, I even loved Maxine more because she was so strong, she was so independent, and I wanted to be a lawyer at one point in time. So I love that about her. I love that she just did her own thing. She said whatever she wanted to say. She was quick-witted, and she just did her own thing. She didn't let men decide or rule for her. She just kind of like, she loved men obviously, but she just really did her own thing. She was a free spirit, and I really love that about her character. Even, I mean, they all were, but you knew that they all had their own goals, and I love that about them, that they all worked together and they had their own ideals. They reminded me a lot of like my friendships that I had put together too. Like we were all different, but we all had goals and things that we wanted to do. So, and it was nothing wrong with that, you feel me? Regine wanted a husband, and girl, get your man. She was serious about finding her a rich man, okay? And I love that for her. I loved it. Definitely check out Living Single if you've never watched it before. All 5 seasons are worthy of the watch. A good binge. It is a good time, and it's one of my favorite shows of all time. All right, y'all. Peace.